here. It's a beautiful summer's day, and I thought I'd shoot this video outside because I've never done that before, where I'm actually talking out here. So I hope you can hear me all right. You know that every summer I take about a month off to recharge my battery, and I'm about to do that now. So this is the last video that you'll see of me for a little while. And I think it's really important for me personally to take a break from blogging and vlogging because so many things happen while I recharge, basically. I don't think people really know how much work goes into a blog and making videos. It is so much work. And I'm not complaining, but it takes hours and hours every single week. And that's always time that's taken away from writing. So whenever I take a break like this, I spend the entire month, the hours that I designate for working, I spend that entirely on writing. And it's just, I love that. It really refreshes me. And I always come back refreshed and excited about blogging again. So I'm going to be taking a break, but before I did that, I wanted to have a nice little chatty video with you about you know, the summer and things that are going on. So when I come back to you in September, I am going to have at least 2 major life updates. I might even have more. I'm not sure about that. So I'll leave you with that cliffhanger. I won't share them with you now, but just to let you know that I've got a few things going on. I just had my hair done, and let me know if this happens to you, but every time I go to get my hair done, doesn't matter if I'm getting a blow dry, what stylist it is, it doesn't matter. They always put the part on this side of my head, and I actually wear the part on the other side. And so I'm always just correcting the stylists every single time. But today, you know, again it happened, and I thought, you know what, maybe they're trying to tell me something, and maybe the part looks better on this side of my face. But I'm just dealing with all of this hair that's going in front of my eyes now. Sorry, there's a plane flying by. Those planes that looks like it's just like ticking along, so old. So anyway, I apologize if I'm going like this. I'm not used to my hair being parted like this. So as I shoot this video, tomorrow I'm doing a book signing for A Parasol Your Own, and actually I'll be shooting a day in the life for that video, and you will have already seen that video by the time you see this one, but I haven't actually done it yet as I'm shooting this video. So I've just been kind of reading through that, and it's a really cool anthology with different perspectives on people's journeys in Paris. So I'll link that book below if you're interested in reading it. I did want to share with you some fun stories, what I've been enjoying, just a few news items and things like that in this video before I go on my break. So here's the coolest story of the summer for me. Okay, it has to do with a flat tire, and this is quite an interesting story. So I was actually out visiting my parents this summer, and I was driving my car with my girls, and my parents were watching the baby. So my husband was actually out of the country. He was in Portugal. And so I was out with the girls, and when we were driving home, we were going to go to lunch. We were actually on the freeway. I realized that I had a flat tire. So I pull off the road and I went to a gas station. And my tire was just dead flat. It was so flat. And I looked in it, and there were 2 sharp kind of like construction razors in it. I must have driven in a construction zone or something. I don't really know what happened, but my tire was totally flat. Now this was on one of those days where it was really hot. It was about like 100 degrees at least outside, and the girls were really hungry, and it was just one of those times where I thought, oh no, this is not good to have a flat tire right now. So the first thing I do is call my husband, and he's in Portugal, so there's not much he can do. I don't know why I did that, but I called him just to let him know, and just to try to figure out what I would do. I don't know, I couldn't figure out what to do. I was just in a bit of a panic. And also, as a side note, I don't know how to change a tire, and I feel like they should teach everybody that in high school, don't you think? Like, I should just know how to do this, right? But I don't know how to do it. So anyway, I just felt a bit stranded. I called my dad. He was going to come down and do it for me, but it was going to take him about 40 minutes to get there. So in the meantime, someone came up to me at the gas station, and it was a man, and he said, oh, did you know you have a flat tire? I would change it for you, but I'm about to go to the airport. So I can't. So I thought, okay, thank you, I think. So I'm just in the gas station with the girls, and in moments like these, you know, the first thing that I always go to is prayer. And so as soon as I had the flat tire, I did pray, and then I called my husband and everything. But then I felt like just trapped. I just didn't know. I know that there are options. There are a lot of different services I could have called, but I'm just sitting in the car, and with the girls, I just said a prayer. You know, Lord, please help me in this situation. And just what happened was just so incredible. Now, you know, I don't talk about my faith much on this channel, but you know, for those of you who know me, it's pretty much like everything to me, and it means a lot to me. So, but I don't talk about it much on the channel, but I have to share this story with you because it's so incredible. So I'm just sitting in the car with the girls, and we said our prayer of help. Just please help, please send somebody, help, show me what to do. And I get out of the car, and I'm putting gas in the car. And this is taking a while, and so right after I finish putting gas in the car, I walk around, and literally 2 giant Goodyear tire trucks pull up to go get gas in their car. And so I got the chills, and I walked up to these 2 men, and I asked them if they could please help me, that I had a flat tire. And they were so nice. Honestly, they were just so generous of their time, because they were on the job, they were working. But they took, you know, 25 minutes out of their working time to come help me, and they didn't even expect to get paid or anything for it. So they pulled up their trucks, and they were fully equipped for this, for changing tires, and because that's what they did for a living. So they just, you know, hooked me up, they changed my tire, put the spare on and everything, and they were honestly the 2 nicest guys. Here they are right here. It's just incredible, and I have to share that with you because it was just a powerful moment of the power of prayer, and it was just amazing. You know, God brought those 2 men into my life. It's like they were angels or something to help me. So I'm really grateful to those 2 men, and you know, it ended up being a really good uplifting story. Okay, something else I wanted to share was that my YouTube friend Catherine Morgan recently got married, and I've been meaning to share this with all of you. You know, I love Catherine. She is so classy. She's such a class act. And she has 2 channels. She has, you know, Catherine Morgan, which she discusses ballet and all sorts of things like that on there. And then she has the second channel called The Forever Youngs. So yes, they have that vlog channel there, and just all of her videos leading up to her wedding with her bridal showers and all of that, it was just special. And I saw clips of the wedding on her channel there, and I believe she's going to be putting out a video of the wedding. And so if anybody loves weddings and classy weddings, not bridezilla weddings, they will love seeing this. So I just wanted to say congratulations to Catherine and Eric from all of us here at the Daily Connoisseur. What I've been listening to lately, I actually put this on my social media, but I've been working on a writing project, and I have been listening to Bach for Breakfast. And I know I've talked about this before. I've written about it actually in At Home with Madame Chic. But Bach for Breakfast is such a good album. It is amazing. You know, I love classical music, and Bach isn't even my favorite composer. Chopin is, but this album is just so good. It's soothing, and it's uplifting, and it's beautiful, and it just reminds me of the genius of these composers, especially because music nowadays can tend to be so dumbed down, you know, like the same beat over and over and the synthetic everything. But honestly, this music will feed your soul. So my favorite song from this album is the Sinfonia from Christmas Oratorio. I think that's how you say it. And it reminds me of Christmas time, but sometimes in July I like to be reminded of Christmas time because it's so hot. So I will link that album below, but it's just such a good album. All of the albums in that series are actually really great. So that is what I have been listening to lately. I wanted to talk about 2 articles recently that came out talking about dressing in public and how we've become so casual as a society. And one of them, I'll link the articles below, was from Tom Ford, and he was discussing it, kind of bemoaning how casual we've become. And another one was from Verily Mag, and it was about a woman who just decided to no longer wear yoga pants in public anymore. So I posted both of those on my Facebook page and got some interesting responses. Most people who follow my blog are pretty much like-minded with me on this issue, but there are always people where this just triggers total anger. So I will be talking about both of those articles in the fall when we come back. And you know, the idea of how casual we have become as a society. I will definitely be discussing those, but I wanted to leave those articles below so that you could read them for yourself and be ready when we talk about them in the fall. 10-item wardrobe news, everything is going really well. I have not updated the pieces that were problem areas, which I'll link that video below, but you know, I'm sorry I keep doing that, but my hair keeps falling in my face because it's parted on the wrong side. Where was I? The 10-item wardrobe. Yes, so I have not updated those pieces that were problem areas. Only the jean skirt, that's the only one that I've updated. So I've just been living with super minimal wardrobe, and it's been so hot that I haven't really been wearing my long sleeve APC dress. I've worn the red long sleeve shirt a few times, but it's really hot, so I'm just wearing the same things in rotation over and over again. And you know what? It's just building such a discipline in me that I'm really enjoying, that I don't need hundreds of clothes. I don't need to be the, you know, the best fashionista on the block. I'm just doing me and being minimal about it. Now, I do have to say, here is one of the problems with being a minimalist. So this wonderful designer, and I feel like I'm gonna mispronounce her name, and I apologize if I do, Evgenia, she, I will link her business below. She contacted me because she watches the Daily Connoisseur, and she is actually a designer who has such a clever business where she turns men's shirts into little girls' dresses. So she is a big fan, and she wanted to do that for me and for my daughters. So she asked me to send 2 of my husband's old shirts in. So here's the problem with being minimalist. My husband literally has no old shirts. You think I'm a minimalist? My husband is the world's biggest minimalist. He had a bunch of shirts, but he just got rid of them. He has like a 4-item wardrobe. I'm not kidding. There is nothing. I was pretty upset because I actually wanted to do this. I wanted to send some of his shirts. And it's been months and I can't track down any shirts. I can't even get them from my dad, my brother-in-law. I think he has some that I can send, but I just can't get them. So this is sometimes the trouble with being a minimalist, is that you miss out on opportunities like that. But I've been in touch with her and she's so sweet, and I'm going to find something. Even if I have to go to a thrift store and buy some men's shirts, I want her to make these dresses for my daughters. But I'll link all of her info below. And the final thing I wanted to say was, I don't know if you've noticed, but on my blog, only on my blog, I've been partnering with halsbrook.com, and I collage some of their looks. They've got an amazing curated collection of clothes. I really love their style. So I had 2 posts, 7 ways to style a neutral dress, and the most recent one was 6 chic summer looks from Halsbrook. So I'll leave both of those linked below. I've never mentioned them on the YouTube channel, so I don't know if you knew about them. That is it. I am going to say goodbye for the summer. I am looking forward to taking a break and just recharging my battery. I will come to you renewed and refreshed. If you have anything that you would like to discuss when I return, please leave it in the comment section below. Be sure to follow me on social media. I'll still be there every now and then. And I just want to thank you so much. I love all of you, and I really look forward to reconnecting with you back in September. So have a wonderful rest of the summer, and I feel like saying "Au reservoir" from Mapp and Lucia. I'll just say it for old time's sake. Au reservoir. Thank you for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you soon. Bye.